In this video, we'll be learning about how you can set up and configure your Litmus MCP server. So we will be following the documentation for the same. So let's get started. So in this documentation, you can see that we need some prerequisites. The first is you need to install Go with the version 1.21 and more. Second is you also need to have the ChaosCenter setup so that we can get the relevant credential we want to configure the MCP server. Next, go to the installation, and here let's just copy this git clone URL and then just paste it in our terminal. It will clone the Litmus MCP server GitHub. So this is the Litmus MCP server GitHub repositories. You can check it out and feel free to contribute if you want to. Now if you see, we have Litmus MCP server over here. So let's do cd Litmus MCP server and let's open this in our code editor. Alright, next step is to do make build. So let's do that. You can see that the build is in the build folder, and this is what we will be needing when configuring the MCP server. Now scroll down to the bottom, and here you can see the Cloud Desktop MCP server configuration. So let's go to the Cloud Desktop now. So in this Cloud Desktop application, we need to go to the settings and then go to developer, and then you can click on edit config file and open this file. Okay. And here is where we need to update our MCP server configuration. Let's copy this and paste it here. Here in the command, we need to add the file path for our build. So let's copy the path and paste it here. Then we need these three environment variables. First is the endpoint, second is project ID and access token. This is my ChaosCenter endpoint, and make sure you add API after that. Then to get the project ID and access token, we need to go to our ChaosCenter. So in this ChaosCenter, if you go to the projects, under the project, you'll find this ID, which is the project ID that we need in the configuration. So just copy this and paste it here. Now for access token, and here you can find the access token section. You can create a new one or you can get the existing one as well. I'll just copy the demo one access token and just paste it here. Alright, now we're done with the configuration. Now let's go to the Cloud Desktop to check if it is working or not. Now after you do the configuration, if you go to the tools section, here you'll see all the tools of the Litmus MCP server. Now let's just check it out by listing the experiments which are available. So if you go to the ChaosCenter first, there are two experiments listed over here. Let me ask list all the events. It will take some time, and okay, you can see that it is working. It showed me all the details about the two experiments that we have in our ChaosCenter. So this is how you can set up and configure your Litmus MCP server on Cloud Desktop. You can also use some other MCP clients like Cursor or Windsurf. In next video, we'll be learning about how you can use the Litmus MCP server the best way. See you in the next one.